Yo, what's good, YouTube man? Welcome back to another weekly trading review. I'm gonna be going over this week's trading performance, how I can improve, what I'm gonna do forward, and one of them things is I'm gonna be going back to paper trading. I'm gonna be going back to paper trading for a week or two to focus on execution and stop my hesitation. So enjoy the video and peace out. Yo, what's good, YouTube man? Welcome back to another weekly trading review. I'm gonna be going over this week's trading performance and how I can improve and eventually become profitable at the end of the year. So this week was negative again. I was down 0.4% or 240 kroner. That's like 24 bucks. Uh, should have been a profitable week if my execution wasn't horrible and I actually participated in the setups that I saw. So I have my week review right here written down. I'm going to be going over what I did well, what I did bad, how I can improve, and what is currently holding me back and my bottlenecks. So this week I was down 0.4% or 240 kroner. It was 5 trading days, one trade taken with a win rate of 0%. This was execution based loss, not a setup failure. It was actually this trade right here. As you can see, I took, but I sold at the actual end of the move. Like I bottom ticked the loss, bro. I bottom ticked the loss. I sold at 193, and yeah, it was a valid setup, but my trade management was horrible. So my rule adherence was 4.5 out of 5. Emotional control average was 8.6 out of 10. Daily rating average was 7.9 out of 10. So this week represents a critical transition phase from non-participation to partial execution, but still dominated by hesitation and lack of follow-through. So compared to last week, my under trading slightly improved. I have taken one trade. Execution is still underperforming, and my confidence is still a limiting factor. But discipline has maintained at high level, and emotional control is stable, and setup recognition is consistently accurate. So this is important. Last week's issue was no execution at all. I took 0 trades last week. This week's issues was partial execution but poor trade management with continued hesitation. So the key shift this week was from complete inaction to action taken but incorrectly managed and inconsistently executed. So what this means is that I'm no longer stuck at I don't act. I'm now at I act, but I don't trust or manage the trade correctly. So this is progress, but exposes the next bottleneck. This is execution quality plus holding ability. My capital result this week was negative 0.4%. On paper, this is a small red week, but in reality, this was execution inefficiency week because A plus setup got traded and it would be a winner, and multiple A plus setups came throughout the week that I still missed. So that should have been a positive week, and on paper it's like a small red week and acceptable, but in reality this should have been like a really profitable week. So first I'm gonna go over what I did well. So then later we can get into the nitty gritty of what I did wrong and how I can improve. So number one, what I did well was I maintained high discipline baseline. I had no revenge trading, no impulsive entries, and one minor rule break, and that I missed an A plus on Friday. Actually, throughout the week, I missed multiple A plus setups, but yeah. So this confirms that discipline is now stable and not temporary. Examples? No. Number two is correct setup recognition. So I consistently see good trades, but I don't take them. On examples, on Tuesday on SkyQ, I recognized this trade. If we go back to Tuesday, this setup right here would have worked out, but I didn't take it. And the same with which one was it? Anko on Tuesday or Thursday. Thursday. This setup right here, which I actually took, but I took this loss right here. So I consistently see good trades, but I don't take them. So I am reading the market correctly repeatedly, and this is my edge. So, and number 4 is continued strong patience. I avoided weak setups. I had no chasing behavior and no forced forced trades. My patience remains well calibrated and not the issue anymore. Uh, Number 5, high self-awareness. My notes show that I have clear pattern recognition, honest self-assessment, and accurate diagnosis on hesitation. This accelerates improvement significantly. So now we're gonna go into what I did wrong. So number 1, poor trade management. So this is a new major issue. Thursday on Onco, this trade right here, I took the correct setup. It was A plus setup, correct entry, but I had a premature exit due to fear. So results turned a winner into a loser. This confirms that the problem is not entries anymore. The problem is holding through uncertainty. Number 2 was continued hesitation on A plus setups. Examples on SkyQ, and on Friday had clear recognition but no execution. Friday it was Craig that started moving, and as you can see, it was an entry over here and an entry over here which I skipped. I wanted to take both of them, but I froze, and this would have been a clear winner, and this would have been a clear winner. So the pattern is unchanged. I see it, I hesitate, and I miss it. So, and the root cause of this is the fear of being wrong. Number 3, execution inconsistency. This week shows one executed trade and multiple missed trades. So I am selective in the wrong way. I have random execution instead of rule-based execution. Number 4, I have reliance on perfect condition. I'm still waiting for extra confirmation and trying to eliminate uncertainty. The key truth is that I can never eliminate uncertainty in trading. Number 5, structural limitation on phone trading. So, important operational issue. When I trade from my phone, I have manual execution, no proper stop loss system, and slower reaction. This directly contributed to emotional spike and a poor exit on this one. I traded from my phone when I took this setup on Onco over here. This setup right here. My stop loss would be here, but I sold right here, bro, which is it's kind of frustrating, but it doesn't really affect me as much now than it did before. So this is just a daily breakdown. On Monday, 0% behavior color was excellent. This was a clean no trade day. This was a good no trade day. And on Tuesday was a 0% outcome. I missed the A plus setup on SkyQ because of hesitation. Wednesday was a correct no trade day. Thursday I had negative 0.4%. It was an A plus executed, but poor exit management. Number 5, below average. I missed a clear A plus setup. So there is an emerging pattern. Last week I had no trades, no mistakes, and pure hesitation. This week I had some execution, new mistake type, which is trade mismanagement, and hesitation is still present. So the current structure looks like this. My market reading is strong, emotional stability is strong, patience is optimal, and discipline is high. My execution is inconsistent, my holding ability is weak, and my confidence is a limiting factor. So key observation is that my development has progressed again from I don't trade to I trade but don't let trades play out. So my conclusion is that this week was a transition from inaction to flawed execution. So the key outcomes this week was a slight loss at a 0.4%, First, real execution, multiple missed opportunities, and one mismanaged winning trade. Most importantly, I have now removed revenge trading, impulse behavior, and overtrading. But I'm still struggling with hesitation, trust in execution, and letting winners run. So, my interpretation of this is that my system is now functioning, but not trusted. Not trusted. Oops. I have edge recognition, discipline, and control, but I lack execution trust and trade management discipline. So my focus for next week is number one, mandatory execution rule. I need to carry forward stricter. If A plus criteria is met, I need to execute immediately, no delay and no second guessing. I need to introduce hold discipline. So this is new. I need to exit only at stop loss or predefined management rule. This is not new, but not based on P&L fluctuations or fear. Number three, I need to reduce size. This is very important. Reduce position size by 30 or 50%. My goal is to remove emotional pressure and improve holding ability. Number four, I need to fix execution environment. I need to avoid trading from phone if possible. If it's unavoidable, I need to predefine exits before entry and accept reduced precision. Number five, this is a decision. Paper trading decision is a good move. My decision to go back to paper trading is correct and strategic. I need to focus during this phase on executing every A plus setup, practice holding winners, and remove hesitation completely. So next week I'm going to be going back to paper trading for a week or two to only focus on execution and really get the reps in. So my action plan with my priority rules is that A plus setups is mandatory execution. I need to have no early exits unless it's rule based, reduced size, and no perfection filtering. During session, if thought appears that I'm not sure, I need to ask, does it meet A plus criteria? If yes, execute. If no, no trade. During trade, if thought appears, what if it reverses? My response to this, that is what my stop loss is for. And after a missed trade, I need to log execution failure, not analysis failure. So, summary to carry forward. My strengths is I have strong discipline, stable emotions, accurate setup recognition, high patience, and strong self-awareness. My weaknesses is hesitation on entries, selling too early, lack of trust in setups, and inconsistent execution. So my core issue now is fear of loss during trade. This leads to premature exits and missed entries. Final perspective, this was a necessary and valuable progression week. I proved that I can execute. Now I must prove I can stay in the trade. Critical insight, if Thursday trade was held properly and Tuesday or Friday A plus setups were executed, this week clearly becomes profitable. So where I am now, I'm at the execution refinement phase. I'm not beginner or not undisciplined, but I'm close to consistency. The final statement, I am one layer away from performance unlocking. I don't know what I was thinking here. Okay, but I see setups, I control behavior, and I avoid mistakes. Now I must trust my edge and let trades work. I need to fix hesitation and early exits, and my results will shift quickly. And that was everything for this week review that I've written down. So basically, shortly summarized, I consistently see the right setups. My market reading is good. My discipline is high, and my patience is very strong, but my execution and holding ability is what's holding me back currently. So going back to paper trading for a week or two to only focus on execution, holding my trades, and letting winners run is gonna be the next move. So next week or two, I'm gonna be going back to paper trading, only focusing on this, and then coming back to live account with less size and only focusing on consistency until I'm at least profitable for like a month, and then I can upsize slowly. And yeah, so it's gonna be a process. So we're just gonna be staying focused on this process, and eventually something's gonna come out of it. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe you learned something from it. If you did, drop a like. I don't know, bro. Just have a good day, bro. Peace out.